Yep. He wasn't even asked about you.
Say hi,
Right.
Daddy. Say hi,
Yeah.
Daddy.
I took the comments. He's doing the
What
interview.
white baby is that?
This is your baby.
What up, what up, what up? So, I am snowed in, looking outside, it's really chilly and cold out here. So, nothing to do, I'm off for the next 3 days, so let's talk about Katt Williams.
What goddamn white baby is that?
This is your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned.
And he has to say something about me.
Yep. He wasn't even asked about you.
Right.
Yeah. He just brought you up out of the blue.
Vlad is such an instigator.
Like, okay, when I see him, it's I gotta give up.
I know why he does it. He's trying to make his show better, whatever controversy he could stir up.
This is your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned.
That one might be mine. That one right there. I'm not totally sure. Just
That could bring more views to his content. Vlad, I see.
No, he was saying that you pulled a gun on him outside a supper club or something the other night. And
Wait a minute, you telling me Faison, the actor, said on TMZ that I did what?
Off for the next 3 days, so let's talk about Katt Williams. Going against Katt Williams may not be a very good idea. So many comedians try to go after Katt Williams.
that a gun was pulled.
Were you scared when he pulled the gun out? Did you think he was going to shoot you?
that one might be mine. That one right there. I'm not totally sure. Just because you name him Darren don't mean he belongs.
You know, when sharks smell blood in the water, they come attacking. Kind of like what happened to P. Diddy after the Cassie video emerged.
I tell you the truth, it was. It's like, somebody with a gun and they on that narcotic, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Did you see how many other women accused him of the same thing? Right. So when sharks smell blood in the water,
He's a snitch?
He's the
You said he's a
allegation.
ball-paced rat?
He's the
You
allegations. I'm
said
just
that he
saying.
went and told you street business?
Right
What's
there.
going on? What happened, man?
They made another mistake. Third one in 6 months.
Because you name him Darren don't mean he belonged to Darren. But I don't care what this baby's name is. This baby is rice-skinned, but not light-skinned.
so when sharks smell blood in the water, they come attacking. Kind of like how
Faison called the police on us. I thought he was a big, famous dude. I'm saying,
Tough guy, yeah.
I thought he was a blood or something. Faison, he can tell the police whatever he wants. Faison, write some jokes.
somebody said Katt Williams was a drug addict. And some other comedians wanted to double down on that and wanted to make that the narrative of what Katt Williams became about. Smoking weed is something Katt Williams has always admitted to doing his entire life. So by the time you call him a drug addict and try to call him a crack addict, using crack and using marijuana are two different things.
Like, okay, when I see him, it's I gotta give up.
Is a white child. That is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. That is a Slavic baby.
Your president, Barack Obama, admitted to smoking.
But that's like you beating up a 14-year-old.
Now it's funny, but you get scared when he pull a
Going
gem.
to a soccer field and beating up a 14 slapping him first to get my ass beat.
Entertainer, do I have to talk about all the other countless numbers of artists and musicians who promote using? So it's like calling him a crack addict or calling him a drug addict. It just doesn't fly.
Right?
At 5'5", I've always handled it fish first.
I got Katt Williams out here, man, finna fire nigga ass up.
All this bit stuff, I'll knock the gray out this motherfucker.
I like Katt Williams. He bringing it to it.
Excuse me, mic check. Don't be nosy, don't be nosy. It could happen to you.
What happened in Georgia? Is everything okay?
What'd you hear?
Well, there's a story that you got arrested in Georgia because
I did.
something that happened at the pool store. What happened?
He used the N-word on the last day of Black History Month.
Jesus. Well,
So Katt Williams did what Katt Williams had to do as a black man.
do you have any idea who shot Suge?
I'm pretty sure Suge knows who shot Suge.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So when he comes out of sedation, I'm sure anybody who gets shot will tell you who shot them, right?
yeah.
But if the police say nobody shot him, I believe nobody shot him. And if nobody shot him, that's the same nobody that shot Tupac. And if nobody shot Tupac, it's the same nobody that shot MLK. And if nobody shot him, that's the same person that shot Malcolm X too. Shout outs to the nobodies of the world.
It's kind of like Is he a drug addict because he smokes weed? Weed is basically legal now. So trying to call him a drug addict and saying that's the reason why he's not excel as a comedian. Of course, if I was Katt Williams and you trying to make that my narrative, I would be offended. So
Viking from Iceland. That's a good. That baby got 730 as a credit rating right now as an infant.
So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. Was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yeah. It's part of what they give you.
Gotta ask you before you go, was Katt Williams ever really offered you a role in Fast and Furious?
No, he never, not that I know of.
You didn't take offense to nothing, even when he was saying, if you do this and you do that, you get an ugly light-skinned wife in movie roles? Or...
Charlamagne, it was so laughable what he said. I took it as laughable because he's a comedian, and that's why I kind of responded with some laughable stuff.
Oh, you can see why a lot of these comedians got the backlash they got from Katt Williams on the...
You the only one I've been with, Darren.
Just let me explain to you the math. I've been in here 16 consecutive years. You know how long consecutive is, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so when...
That's dope.
You cook? Do you cook for your kids?
Absolutely.
Tell me some of the things you cook.
As a father of 7 with an unlimited food budget, you can make...
I said what they like.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I'm
I
still
said what do they
answering.
like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean...
Tell him, Sam.
You answer the question.
Is it okay for me to answer?
Let him
You
answer.
keep interrupting the answer.
Thank
Everyone
you.
can hear it. How many kids you got, one?
I have 3 boys.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys. Yeah.
They like for me to. I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my bacon.
Ain't no boy liking no broccoli. You gave it to him, you like it, you stop it.
interview with Club, with, what's his name, the Club Shay Shay interview. Right, I believe that's what it's called. So, going against Katt may not be a very good idea. Yeah, the man is good at what he does.
One right after the motherfucking other, because I ain't never missed a day. So clearly you've been having some conjugal visits with some other motherfuckers other than me.
Hey, right now, look up your phone.
And he seems to be trying to be a better person based on his stance on his outlook on life and how he approaches his comedy.
And see what it takes to make broccoli. And tell me he doesn't say heat up water. You know what her second meal they love from her? What I do with corn. I like to get it out that can and I put it in there. And then I get a can of water and I put it on there. And then I get some Zatarans. They don't expect that. I sprinkle it.
Crazy ass.
Is he crazy?
And here we get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
And his interactions with different people. I mean, can you believe this guy has like 6 or 7 kids and all of them are all adopted kids?
Oops. Come run one of your gnarled fingers. While you on air, so they can hear you live.
Come on.
Only one of our hairs moving while we talk.
And make sure
the wig and the headphones come together.
All that clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out. If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down. If your cholesterol is 600.
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am. And what are you, girl? You probably should talk about sizes. You big on the radio.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's a man. Like, he's not adopting the kids so the government could give him money. He's adopting his kids, taking care of them, and putting them in the right position in life.
Most comedians don't get booed enough. This is how you end up with a Michael Blackson, who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, no, don't.
Me and Katt was really cool. Till I did an interview with Drink Champ, and I thought I was giving him a compliment, but I guess it came up wrong, and he took it personal.
To be a successful comedian, you have to be likable. Look at Katt Williams. Katt on fought a 10-year-old kid, smoke crack, did everything. That Katt is so likable and so lovable. Katt could go out and do a movie, do whatever he wants.
I'm like,
yo, why you talk about the kid like that?
I didn't mean it in a bad way. I'm trying to give you a compliment. And I'm a comedian. Maybe my compliments will have some kind of joke to it. That's what we do.
All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis, and I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're gonna say that, you gotta go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody got, you gotta put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it.
He said he had to talk with me. Me and this guy never had no conversation. He said, I told him if you go to African comedy, go to Africa and build a school. We randomly tell their friends go build a school.
Like, that is really amazing. You know, like, I'm not gonna compare myself to Katt. I got 2 kids of my own. I might consider adopting other kids.
This shit make no sense. But you know what? Building a school is something that is almost impossible to do.
You know, who did it? LeBron James, Oprah.
Yeah.
So now I've done something so great, he had to find a way to attach himself to it and tell him that he told me to do it. Yeah. So that way he could look good. Katt, he's a crackhead.
No. So trying to show love to an individual that does not come from your DNA.
Williams, I want to know what's shorter. You or my scene the next Friday?
All of your scenes are small.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like you either.
Okay.
Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry.
You know, if you could show them love, like authentic love, like that speaks a lot about the kind of person you are.
He doesn't write. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach. Sitting over here, why I'm not a movie star. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
So I really do think that makes him a stand-up guy. Okay, let's continue to the video.
Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke?
Yeah.
He said, it don't line up.
Like, I mean, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? It was like the idea of the joke that he was even talking about don't even match up with no timeline. So for me, it was one of those things like...
Did you have a conversation? Did you guys sell it? Did you have a conversation with Katt?
I've seen Katt, you know, even before then. Right. I've seen this guy 30 times. Like, dog, if you literally was that upset about it, like, dog,
why didn't you say, hey,
why didn't you say nothing? Like, that don't even make sense. This is some internet shit, and that's all I can say.
No-name comedian, and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke. This is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke, it's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's why I can feel where Katt coming from. Treat you, so instead of and you know, Mark Steve holds all the play with it without demons on. Just so you on the negation.
You sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times. And Katt didn't do. As I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me?
Katt Williams, have you ever used your platform to bring the people that were under you up? You haven't. You don't hear Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, the Kings of Comedy, Seinfeld, and Steve Martin, Martin Short. You don't hear the guys that got on top and that made it by doing what they love, complain about the people that are coming under them. When the people of color get these opportunities, why are the people of color the ones that are tearing the people that are getting the opportunities down?
And also, well, Dave Chappelle responded to Katt Williams and said he didn't like the fact that he was going at only black comedians.
Because there's black comedians that he's dealing with. He knows about
these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Katt is one of the best haters in the game. Stop. And Katt hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people. And he does it all the time. this one and that one and this one. But anything that you did wrong, you didn't do nothing wrong, I'm gonna bring a fat guy, Katt did it to me. Katt was talking about that did to other, but not about anything that did to him. If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never, ever told on anybody.
I mean, Dave, not wrong. I said the same thing. I said something very similar. If you're going to call out the power structure in Hollywood, don't go after, in your words, the puppets. Call out the folks pulling the strings. Don't call out the planters. Call out the people who are doing the planting. Like, you can't have any conversation about power in the entertainment industry and not talk about white folks.
It's God's side and the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.